Back on the workbench today, our no prep drag car. All right, so we've got our no prep drag car back on the workbench. We've done a lot of work to this car, building it from the ground up on the Slash two-wheel drive platform. In case you haven't caught up with this build, I'll put a link up there to the playlist of all the previous episodes, where we put together the front and the rear, had a little missteps and some shipping snafus and things like that, but all in all, it's coming together. It does look like, though, I've got to take a look, looks like this shock is leaking, which is a little disconcerting since these are Proline pre-assembled shocks, so I don't expect a pre-assembled shock to leak, so we'll have to take this guy apart and look at it. But anyway, just to recap what we've done, this is built on the Truckworks RC platform. It is all put together with off-the-shelf parts for hop-ups for a no prep drag car based on the Slash platform, but we did not start with a Slash, so we had to buy all of the parts individually, including some of the Slash parts, and that is why it's taken so long to get to where we are, because we didn't realize what some of those were. So all we have left to do are electronics, and I'm really honestly not sure what to put in this thing to make it a competitive no prep drag car. I've actually been speaking online with Rotor Ron, and I'm looking at his stuff, but you know, sound off in the comments below what you think I should do as far as ESC and motor and battery and servo for this. And in the meantime, I've got Eco Power servo. I'll probably put in it just to start, but I don't have an ESC, a battery, or a motor for it, so I'd love to hear what you guys think I should do. But in today's video, what I would like to do is get the tires all glued up and mounted, and put on the body mounts, and maybe even start painting and prepping the body. We've got behind me the Chevy Nova body. I think it's a 69 Nova. Yeah, 1969 Proline Chevy Nova body that we're gonna put on this guy with a kind of a interesting paint job. I'm gonna try and do a little metallic finish to it, but that's what I'd like to accomplish in this video, is getting it to being a rolling chassis with a painted body. Also gonna see if I can get these magnetic body mounts to work. I picked up a kit of the Proline body mounts, the RPM body mounts to go with the RPM shock mounts, because I didn't have anything to mount the body. That was an oversight. So that's what we're going to do today, is wheels and tires, glue them up, body mounting hardware, and then maybe get started painting the body. So that's it. Let's get to it. So one of the first things I realized was that these body mounts for RPM need to go into both of these holes, and I had added this piece here, which is a 3D printed piece, but I only had it go through these holes because I thought that's all I needed. So that's not going to work, so I actually made a new piece, and you'll see the difference. I extended the thing so this way these will be flush, and so we'll be able to put that body mount piece on there. So why don't we just get to that right now. New piece is all mounted up. It looks like this will go like that. So I'll just figure out, I'll have to put the body on and see, and then this can adjust, or we can do it, so however it needs to go. But I think that's just how it works. I'm not sure. I guess we'll find out. First, let's just stick this guy on just so we have it, don't lose it. Looks like this can be tightened. Oh yeah, okay, so that tightens, and this guy's loose like that, okay. So that's how these work. This is my first time with magnetic body mounts, so we'll see how this works. Hopefully it actually keeps the car body in place. We'll find out. So let's take a look at the front. Okay. All right. So let's put the tires together, put them on, and we'll check body placement so we can mount these shock towers. Now let's see how these things look. Oh. So we're gonna need wider nuts. Okay. That's interesting. These are not thick enough. These need to be wider. So these are the Traxxas ones that I bought, but these are not wide enough to handle this wheel because it's so narrow. It'll be fine for fitment, but it's not of the body, but it's not going to work for racing. So we're going to have to replace those with thicker wheel hexes. So, oh wow. So that's its stance. It's gonna work. It's going to work. So now the question becomes, what height do we mount the body? So we've got to get the, let's get the body, let's open it up and let's lightly place it on there and set the height. So the toe in on these guys is way off. So we're gonna need to fix these wheels here. Yeah, I do not like that. We'll have to adjust. Have to adjust that. But it's gonna be a drag car. So let's take a look at what it looks like with the body placed on it. Alright, in order to properly place this, we're gonna have to cut the wing off. So let's do that. Oh, interesting. All right. So these things may be way too tall. That is interesting. So it looks like in the back we're going to have to lower the pieces. All right, so let's do that. So, for the back. That's pretty high. That is not what I was expecting. That's really high. Way too high. So that's not gonna work. So it looks like the magnetic body mounts are a no-go. They just will make this too tall. Let's put the front body mounts on. Check the fit and the sizing. Well, we're definitely not using the magnetic body mounts, but that's got some decent fitment as far as I am concerned. So this project is almost done. The body is ready for paint. I'll have to wash it and paint it. I'm not going to do it in this episode. We'll do that in another one. There was a lot of missteps, so we are not going to be mounting the body with magnets. It sat too high. There's definitely a lot of fitment issues with ride height, so I've got to adjust that. I don't have the right wheel hexes, the offset's not enough, so I need more than that. But otherwise, this has been a really fun project. It's been a frustrating project at times. I learned a lot, especially that I don't know as much as I thought I knew. Well, I didn't actually think I knew anything, and so I learned that was actually correct. But I did learn a lot from doing this, and there's still a long way to go, a lot of tweaking to do. So I think what we're gonna do is end this episode here. We'll do another episode where we actually paint the body and get it mounted up. We need electronics. So again, sound off in the comments, tell me what you think I should put in this beast. And once we get electronics, we will need to really do an overall adjustment and fix the ride height. It's riding too high. It needs to be lower, and the offsets need to be done. And so all that just needs to be prepped and ready to go and race ready. And I'll take any advice anybody has. Any of you guys that are already, no prep racers, let me know. I know the big thing that I've heard is don't try to go too fast too soon. So, I want to have a really good powertrain in this and a good electronics and all that stuff, but I'm not trying to hit 90 miles an hour. Let's take it slow to start and really learn what we're doing. But it's starting to look like a car. Really happy with how it has turned out. Again, we've got some body rub issues, so we got to fix that. But you'll notice, if we could adjust the ride height, there we go. See, when we get the ride height adjusted, it definitely fits correctly. So that's something that we're going to be working on, is really, tweaking the ride height on this guy so that we get the proper fitment for the body and everything, and it sits where we want it to sit and it doesn't squat too much. But overall, really happy with how it is turning out and where we have anything. This Proline body is beautiful. I can't wait to paint it. We're gonna do some metallic stuff and really keep it kind of like old school, but I think it's gonna look really nice. Anyway, I think that's it for this episode. As you can tell, I'm pretty excited. Really, really happy with the way this is turning out. Still a long ways to go, probably at least 2 or 3 more episodes before this thing is out there, hitting the asphalt and probably, crashing into a wall or something ridiculous, and we'll be starting over. But, who knows? Maybe when we actually put this thing on the street, it'll go straight. So, stranger things have happened, although with my luck, I tend to doubt it will go straight. But we're gonna try. So anyway, as always, thank you for watching. Please like these videos, please subscribe, and tell me what I'm doing wrong, what I'm doing right, what I should do differently down in the comments, because I haven't purchased anything yet, and I'd like to not make any mistakes, so I'd love any advice that anybody can give me. But in the meantime, thank you again for watching. Talk to you soon.